Welcome to MTS Vlogs. Today I'm doing another Mustang review. Yes, so I did a Mustang review back in my country, that was the EcoBoost variant, but I'm doing another Mustang. This is the Mustang GT. First of all, thank you so much to Couple Ford for providing this car to me so I could do an in-depth review of it. So let's start the full in-depth review. So first I'm going to start showing you by the front. So let's show you the key first. So this is the key of the Mustang. You have your unlock, lock, your boot and your alarm button. And if you press 2 times the lock and press once on the unlock, the car is going to remotely start. So the wide of this car is 75.4 inches. And let's talk about the front. First of all, I'm going to show you these headlamps. From the last generation, the headlamps has been upgraded. And these are full LED lights with the followed heritage with the 3 daytime running lights. So going to get inside and turn on the lights. Here we get inside. This is for the daytime running lamps, this is the headlight, and this is for the hazard. And if I come out now, so these are the headlights. So you can see the heritage followed. These are the 3 daytime running lamps. This is the main projector setup, that is the main headlight. You have this reflector that is mandatory on America. If we get down, this is your hazard, that is in a very good spot, and these are your LED fog lamps. And now if we talk about the front of the car, it looks very aggressive. So this is the Mustang GT. So you have the Mustang EcoBoost, the Mustang GT, and then you have the Shelby variants. So today I'm reviewing the Mustang GT. First of all, if you see the splitter that's here, that's very nice, and it's on plastic because if you go on a speed breaker or any parking lot, if it scratches, it's not going to damage the paint job. And if I come here now, so this is the grille. You can see it's fully blacked out with the horse right here, and you can see there's your radiator inside to cool this massive V8. You have a black stripe over the car that comes with a package. I'm telling you that in a moment. That's it for the front. It's very aggressive, right? Yes, it is. If we get up, you can see the hood has very sharp angles, and it has hood vents. It's actually an optional extra, and it looks beautiful with it. So now let's check out this beast's engine. So let's show you the engine. For that I have to open the hood, and that has to be done from the driver's side. So there's a button here. There we go, it opens. And if I come here first, so this is the Mustang GT. So first let's explain this engine, and then let's talk about different engine variants that you can get the Mustang with. So let's just put the stand right there. So first let's talk about the engine. This is a 5.0 TI VCT V8 that produces 460 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, and this car has the 6-speed stick shift manual transmission. So first of now, let's talk about the engine variants that you get on the Ford Mustang. So the starting model is the EcoBoost. The EcoBoost has a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. Then you have the GT that has the 5.0. Then you have the Shelby. So the Shelby has a 5.2 liter because it has a 2 liter supercharger on the same engine, so it gets more power output from the engine. And if you don't know, this car is obviously rear wheel drive, and it can actually handle a lot of power. Mustangs are known for their engines and their performance. Come closer. So this is the engine. You can see 5.0 written here, and then if you go there, you could see the 8 cylinders, so 4 on either side, and then it says Mustang GT right here. And the engine bay just looks very good. I just want to stare at this engine all day. And then you can see all the cooling systems for the engine. You have insulation right here, and that's it. Now if we close the engine, just get it up to here, close it and get this closer, and boom. And these vents are actually does work, so it gets air out, hot air out from the engine. So that's it for the front. Now let's check out the side profile. So the length of this car is 183.3 inches, and the exterior color of this car is graver yellow with the black stripe. So let's talk about the wheel. So these are 255/40 R19s, and these wheels come with the GT Performance Kit. If you guys see on the other side, there is the same Mustang, the 5.0, but it doesn't have the GT Performance Kit, so it has a different wheel. But this one has it, so it has this black multi-spoke wheels with your Brembo calipers right there with your steel brakes. You can see your suspensions right there that actually look pretty good, and the car is very lowered, so for stability and for good looks actually. Then you have this 5.0 badge here to destroy those Camaro drivers and those people who drive an EcoBoost. And then if you guys get up, you have your exterior mirror right here that is extended so air can pass through here and get out. This is actually aerodynamics. The mirror has blind spot monitoring obviously, and the door is frameless. So the mirror is frameless because it's obviously a sports car, a muscle car, because it's frameless right here. On every single frameless car, when you close the window, close the door, window goes up, open it, it comes down. This actually does, this is made because the window won't break when you open the door. And then the wheelbase of this car is to the rear wheels to the front, how much space you have. It is 107.2 inches. And then the rear wheels are 275 40 R19s. Why? The rear wheels need to be more wider because all that power is going to rear wheels and it has to handle and grip the power obviously. You can see the rear brakes are a little bit smaller than the fronts, and because it's on America, you have this side reflector light right here. Decent, right? Now we're going to check out the fuel tank and let's see the rear of the car. And then when the car is unlocked, you just tap here and your fuel tank opens and it is capless, and the fuel tank capacity is 16 gallons. There, and then you can see the car is very aerodynamic to get the air pass from here till the rear wing. Now let's show you the rear of the car. So the height of this car is 54.4 inches. Now I'm going to show you the rear lights. So if you guys don't notice this yet, this car's tail lights are followed by its history. So back in 1965 they released the Mustang, and from then the tail lights are this same design. It goes straight down and it actually looks very good with its heritage. Now I'm going to get inside and turn on the rear lights. Here we get inside. So this is for the full light with the brake, and then the hazards are also on. Now if I come outside, so you can see these are the rear tail lights. You can see the hazards are also in red because it's in America, and you have the brake light inserted. And in the center you have the GT badge because this is not an EcoBoost. You have the rear reversing camera right here, and because it has the GT Performance kit, it has this rear wing that's very extended and it's very aerodynamic. Then if we get down, you have your number plate slot here with two number plate slots with two number plate lights. You have the reversing light here, and you have a functional diffuser that channels air that comes from down the car. And then if you see one thing, you can see aluminum exhaust tips, and this car has 4 exhaust tips in total. In the EcoBoost we saw there was 2, one on one side, one on the other side, but on the GT you have 4, and on the Shelby too. That's pretty much it for the rear, and it has 6 sensors at the back too. Now let's see the boot space. Then if I show you the boot space now, you have to tap twice on the key and it's going to open, and then you just lift it up. So the boot space of this car is 408 liters. That is very good for a muscle car, and it's very practical, so it can be your daily driver. So this is the storage here. You got your floor mats and your number plate slot covers after you buy the car. And if we get this up, you have some underfloor storage, but you don't get a spare tire. You get a tire repair kit with your things. It comes with a tire repair kit. There, we close it. This car also comes an offer from the factory that is very incredible from it. And then if someone kidnaps you on this car, you can just get out from the keys. So you just pull this, and then it's going to release the trunk. So no one can kidnap you on a Mustang. There. So now we are fully done with the exterior of the car. Let's get inside. So now let's get inside. So here we come inside. And there. So first let's start by showing you the dash. Dash design is very good looking. So first of all, you have this side with your Mustang horse and your Mustang written right there. You have this very cool treatment. It looks like carbon fiber actually. And then you have a glove box here that you just press. You have the owner's manual of the car that you have the Mustang horse inside. And there you have your owner's manual. And you have, if you just tap this, you have another storage compartment up there. So you can put your documents there also. And then there. So the seats are semi-bucket seats, and you have to manually adjust it from and here. And yeah, it looks very comfortable actually. And then if you guys come a little closer, these are your cup holders that have ambient lighting inside them that you can change the color from the instrument cluster. So it's blue right now. And then this is your stick shift. So you can take an automatic or a manual. I think You should get the manual version for the Mustang because it's obviously a Mustang. You should drive it in manual to shift through those gears in a freeway. This is your manual parking brake. You have some storage here to put your mobile device. You have a USB-C type and you have a power outlet there. If we get up right here, this is for your driving modes. This is for your steering. This is for your traction control. This is for the hazards, and this is the engine start stop button. This car has, wait, let me just put the car in ignition so I can show it to you. So this car has ventilated seats and heated seats on the driver and the passenger. And these are your AC control, like your climate here. And then this is for the wind speed. It comes on the infotainment right there. This is for the climate there. This is for the rear windshield heater and the front windshield heater. So the car vent stays inside, nothing from outside comes in. And this is for the wind speed. Yeah, very simple to use. This is your tuning knob, this is your volume knob, and you have your shortcut buttons for your infotainment here. So if you show you the infotainment right now, it's obviously a touch screen, and you have audio right here. So you have your radio stations and stuff like that. Then you have your climate here, and you have phone like your Apple CarPlay. You have navigation, and it's actually very easy to use. You can see Broadway, Northern Boulevard, and then you have your apps, and then you have settings. So you can control the sound, you can control the clock, Bluetooth, phone, you have 911 assistance, you have navigation, mobile apps, vehicle display, voice control, valet mode, Ford Pass Connect, and it also has hotspot. So if we go on vehicle, you control the camera settings and the onboard stuffs. So that's pretty much it for the infotainment. Why am I saying pretty much it so many times? So this is your AC vent right here. So on the normal Mustang, you get 4 AC vents. But because this car has the GT Performance Kit, it has 2 things here. What are these? This is your oil pressure. So it's on PSI here. And this is another gauge right here. It actually looks very sporty. And the dash design, man, I love it. If we go up, this is your rear view mirror that is frameless and auto dim. You have 2 lights placement here, and then you have your mirror with a light and a mirror with a light. I love the interior on the Mustang. It's very, very amazing. And then if I show you the glove box, you can open it from either side, and you have a lot of storage with a 12-volt socket here and a USB, sorry. So there, that's it. Now let's focus on the driver's side. So this is the steering wheel for the Mustang. It is fully leather strapped, and you have your volume controls, skip, track controls, and mute on this side, and you have buttons to configure it from the center screen. These are for your cruise controls. These are your receive call, cut call, and your voice command and menu. It's a 3-spoke steering wheel, and it is very good to hold, and it doesn't have pedals obviously because it's a manual transmission. And you can also get a automatic, so then it will come with the pedals. Then if we come here, you have your headlight controls right here. So I'm going to put it on auto, and then this is for the brightness for the instrument cluster and the rear fog. I mean the front fog. And then if we show you some storage compartments here, if you just press this and open, you have a sunglass holder here. That's pretty much good. And this car, I forgot to mention one thing. So you can get it front and back, powerly, and the passenger and the driver, but the backrest is manually adjustable. Now let's show you the instrument cluster. So this car also obviously has a telescopically adjustable steering wheel, so you can adjust it however you want, and it's manually done. So now let's focus on the RPM. So now let's show you the instrument cluster. So there it turns on. So this is your speedo, right? So top speed of this car is 160 miles per hour, or it has kilometer inside, that is 260 kilometers per hour. Then down here, if you see, this is your fuel gauge right here, and then you can also change the color of the instrument cluster. Over this side, you have the RPM that red lines at 7,500 RPM, and then you have your engine temperature here. And then for configuring for this center screen, you have to do it from here. So if I just go on here, you have your garage mode, you have trip and fuel, you have track apps, you have driving assistance, and you have your settings. So if you go on track apps, you have your start screen, then you have your acceleration time down here, and then you have your braking performance and line locker. So if we go on acceleration time, you can get this car to 0 to 30, 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 0 to 1.8 like miles, 0 to 1.4 miles. So this is like the track things. So if you want to like see how fast your car is 0 to 100 and how good your shifting skills are, you can see it from here. And then you have your braking performance, so you're braking from 60 or 100, and then you have your lap time. And then if we go over out this from the main menu, you have some more things. So here we get in. So this is your G-force meter, and yeah, if you go on lap time, you have track 1, track 2, track 3. So if you put it on track 1, it says everything about your track time. Now if I go to the menu, so I'll have to get out of here. Okay, and then if you go on settings, and then you have your exhaust mode. So if you want it on normal, sport, track, or quiet, or just a quick start to show your friends your V8. And then you have your vehicle, like your alarm, your access, your lighting, your locks. So if you go on lighting, you can see the lights obviously here, that's it's on or off. And now you have my colors. So what are my colors? If you go on the ambient lighting, you have high or low, so I'm going to put it on high. And then you can go on color. So first we have the white, green, purple. So if you guys see on the cup holders, so this is ice blue, white, green, purple. This is normal blue, orange, red, and this is just my color. And it's also in the door, if you see there. And now if you just focus back on the instrument cluster, so for that you have to go here and then change it till here. So this is green, purple, and this also changes. Blue, orange, red, and then you have my color. So I like the red, it looks very sporty. And then you just have your color for the background. So you have this background color, so you can put a two-tone on. So I will like a purple with the red, and actually the blue with the red looks great. The police colors, and you have my key and display settings. That's it for the RPM, and then if you turn it off, it just goes and turns off. And you have the Mustang horse right there. So now I'll show you the door. So you have your lock and unlock here. This is your door handle, and you have ambient lighting inside. These are your window controls. These are your exterior mirror controls. This is your grab handle, and then this is your bottle holder actually. This is a speaker right here, and then you have the Mustang horse with Mustang written here, and this color also changes with this. And then you could see your 3 pedals. So this is for the brake, this is the gas, and this is your clutch. And then you also have a dead pedal. You have a tweeter here, and then a vent here that's open for the AC to go here and defog the windows. And these are frameless windows, if I didn't mention it before. Now, if I just come outside, and if I go on the rear seats, I have to just pull this forward and have to powerly just press this button and let it go front how much I want space. And then if I just get in, so this is the amount of storage I'm sitting inside. Actually, I can fit inside here. It's pretty good. And then you also have ISOFIX anchor points down here, and you can fold down the rear seats too. Headroom is not a big deal. The window is a little bit small, I guess, on this side, but you have enough visibility up here. And you have leather padding here, so if you just hit your arm, you don't get hurt on your arm. That's it. Now if I come outside, get the key and come outside. There, put the seat back. And then powerly just put this back. And there. So if you guys like this video, do make sure you're hitting the like button and hit the subscribe button. If you need any type of Fords, you can contact with Couple Ford. I'll put their Facebook page on the description box. Until then, stay safe, stay home. Let's see you at the next review. Peace.